Hello, everyone. Welcome back.
To Honey Jam.
Jess is sick, but she's back from Arizona feeling energetic and ready for this episode, per usual.
That's right. I do feel very energized right now because we sent Hui to school.
Uh-huh.
So I was saying, well, we stayed in Arizona for 7 days. And then
That's a long
before the
time.
trip, it is a long time. And then my mom was trying to convince me before the trip, like to stay in Arizona longer with her.
Oh.
And she's like, I'll help you with Hui. Like, even though
Uh-huh.
you don't send him to school. And I almost listened to her, but thank God I didn't.
Wait, why didn't you?
Because it was hell taking care of him.
Hell, to say the least.
Hell, to say the least. Like,
It looked like a... Well, first of all, you got to give the context. Where were you in Arizona?
We were at my brother's house. We were in Phoenix. That's where my brother and his family lives. And we just like had a family trip. And I felt kind of bad too because originally we were going to go to like Cancun or like somewhere like further. But then since I'm like kind of, too far along in my pregnancy, everyone decided let's just like stay local. Let's
that's how it ended up being like that.
Let's not go too far. And so I was like, sorry everyone. So we ended up going to Arizona and ended up working out because my dad has never seen my brother's place. So he bought a place in Arizona, and so we all visited. We went back in December to visit my brother, but then it was like 4 families essentially: my brothers, my sisters, our family, and then my parents living in one household.
It looked so
big
much
old
like
Arizona house.
Yeah. And how many kids total? It seemed like chaos, but so much fun.
Yeah, there were 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 kids in total. So
wow.
Yeah, it was very chaotic, and he was like his gachiran self as usual. He only liked my parents like the first day they came. And then after that he's like, Anya, 저리 가. And he only stuck to me. He's like so mean to my sister. And my sister like longs for his love. So I have a funny story. We were in Arizona, and then like we're eating lots of ice cream and popsicles because it's really hot there actually. Compared to the summer, it's like nothing. Because summer, I heard it goes up to like 120 or something. Isn't that crazy? But it was like kind of like 90s.
Wow.
It still felt really hot because that's like when California is really hot. But we're eating popsicles, and then like every day we had something like boba, popsicle, lots of sweets. And then she brought home like Dippin' Dots for the kids. And then like she was gonna save it and then give it to Hui herself because she wanted to be the one. Yeah, she wanted to be the one being like, 이모가 주는 거야, it's me giving it to you. But Josh didn't know, and he just like gave it to Hui. And she like legit got mad at us. She's like, I was saving it to give it to Hui. Why did you give it to him? And we're like, 아니 그렇게 화낼 일이야. 그렇게 화내. She's like, I want him to like me. He's so 까칠해.
Oh my gosh.
But then later we realized we were brushing his teeth and he started bleeding in his molars.
Oh, so he's probably sensitive because of that.
I think his like molars are coming out, and we all got sick, so he was sick. And then on top of that, it's like a new environment, so I feel like he's a sensitive kid, so he was like kind of like sensory overload. And so he was being mean to everybody except to Charlie. Yeah.
And Charlie is your niece, your 막내 niece.
My 막내 niece, soon to be 언니 to. Oh, did I tell you that we changed the name for not the English name?
Oh, okay. Not
the
Arin
Korean
anymore?
name. It's not going to be Arin anymore.
What is it?
We actually reached out to Josh's dad, or like we asked Josh's mom if like Josh's dad would be willing to name, because he named Hui. So we're like, we like Arin, but something doesn't feel like complete, So my parents were like, why don't you just ask Josh's dad to name her too? And I was like, you know what? Maybe we will. And
That's
so we
sweet.
did, and he sent
Mm-hmm.
us like options, and then the
Wow.
one like the parents liked and we liked was Yul, Shin
두구두구두구.
Yul. Yeah.
Oh. Oh my gosh.
So it'll be Florence Yul Shin.
Wait, I love that.
Yeah.
I
So it'll
love
be
that.
Wecha. Wecha
Oh
like
my
the
gosh. Yeah, like
yeah.
one letter
Yul.
name. 유리. 너무
Yul.
이쁜데?
Yeah. We
It
like
actually
it.
reminds me of if you don't know, shout out to Kung.
Mm-hmm.
The two characters, the male character's
Mm-hmm.
name was Ishin, and I forgot the
Oh,
guy's
that's cool.
last name, but it was something Yur. His name was Yur.
Oh.
Yeah, Yuri.
Yeah.
But it
Yul.
also works as a girl's name because it kind
Mm.
of sounds like just like Yuri,
Yeah, Yuri. Yeah.
which is a girl's name.
Yeah, so we've been calling her Yul
Wow, I
now.
really like that, dude. Your father-in-law is good at
He's
naming
very hip.
babies.
Hmm.
Yeah, very hip.
And it actually means light, same as Hui.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
Her.
Hui and Yur. Oh my gosh,
Hui
so
and Yul.
pretty. And you know what? I really like I was thinking about I've just been thinking a lot about baby names, just like,
Uh-huh.
I really like 새벽, which is Josh's Korean name.
It's so pretty.
It's a really pretty name.
Yeah. And he got the special one. Like that's not even his like generation like marker. You know how
Pullim?
every
Uh-huh.
yeah, like every guy especially they need to have like a certain syllable that's like marks their generation. For
Mhm.
us it's O. That's why my name is Oh Kyung. But
Yeah.
all of us are O. I mean, I don't think girls have to follow it, but
Right.
our parents decided for all of us to be O.
Mhm.
So it's
Mhm.
like Oh Kyung, Oh Min. And then my sister's a
Onyu.
special one. She's Onyu, but
Yeah.
still kind of like similar to O.
Yeah.
So very interesting. But yeah, Josh didn't have to follow it because his dad was being hip.
Wow, dude,
Yeah.
that's so cool. I love it. I think Yud is much more special than I mean,
Adin?
Adin was pretty too,
Yeah.
but I couldn't help but Singles Inferno.
I know too.
Help
Okay,
think of
that was one thing. That was kind of like making me like, oh, I can't commit to Adin. I'm like, oh, Singles Inferno. So I
But Yud
didn't
is so
love it.
cute.
Yeah,
Mhm.
but I do really like I warmed up to it. Like it was kind of oseke because we have been calling her Arin Flo
Mm.
until now.
Mhm. Mhm.
But then now we've been saying Yul, and now it's like, becoming more
Yeah,
natural. But
it's
I'm 34
beautiful.
weeks, Janice. I have
Oh my
6 more
gosh.
weeks. I have a feeling she might come out earlier, and I'm kind of hoping she'll come out earlier
Uh-huh.
because so that I could maximize my mom's help.
Yeah.
But
Earlier than June 7th.
I want her to be a May baby, so I'm hoping she comes out earlier, but we'll
Oh
see.
my
But right
gosh.
now, this is all to say we're back in Cali. We
Yeah.
sent him to school. I
Welcome back.
enjoyed coffee and pastries with my parents this morning.
Mhm.
I got my
Mm.
nails done.
Wow.
My mom went to TJ Maxx, her favorite place in the whole world.
It's a tradition.
It's a tradition.
You have to
She
hit TJ
has to.
Maxx.
Yeah, exactly.
Mhm.
She went to
Mhm.
TJ Maxx today, came back, ate some lunch, and then I texted Janice saying, yo, I'm ready to honey jam.
I was surprised. I thought I was waiting, but I wasn't, I understand. It's a busy schedule. Your whole family's there right now.
Yeah.
But what a pleasant surprise and a surprise name drop as well. We love you. We're excited for you. We're ready for you.
Good one.
Thank you.
But we did get to see her too. I don't know if you guys
Mm,
saw. Those of you who follow me on Insta, we got to see Yul on like a 3D ultrasound.
yeah, which it's like an extra service, right?
Yeah, so we just go to a separate, like kind of like a clinic, and then we pay for the service to see her.
Mhm.
So it's not just like a black and white, like, flat photo,
Yeah,
but we can
it's
see her
wild.
features,
Yeah,
how she moves. And I have a video of her like
it's
yawning and
crazy.
stuff.
It's
It's
pretty
insane.
clear.
It's kind of crazy. Like, and then when I show like people like my mom's age, like I showed Hui's teacher, she's like, oh, like, oh my gosh, like,
The
they let you do that?
technology.
Yeah, like
Uh-huh.
우리 때는 그냥 콩알같이 보였는데 she's like always I was like just a little bean
Yeah,
when like we went to the hospital, but now like you can see their features, them moving,
it's
and it's kind of like a
crazy.
surreal experience because like up until now it's like yes I know there's something here, but like actually seeing that there's like a human and her
Yeah.
futures, it's like, oh my gosh, like like it's getting more real, like that,
Yeah.
she's coming. So
Yeah,
yeah.
and Jess sent me a photo of them at the clinic, the special
Yeah.
clinic, and it was like a very I don't know, very 감동 photo, very heartwarming photo because
Uh-huh.
it was a photo of Josh
Looking.
staring at it was like in a dark room, it seemed
Uh-huh.
like, and then
Yeah.
they kind of projected the video onto the wall, like a
Yeah.
huge
Yeah.
screen, and like Josh is just like looking at it with like, hard eyes in a dark room, and all you see is this gigantic video of baby in your
Yeah.
stomach
Yeah. And
moving and breathing and yawning.
Josh was looking at her very lovingly. So I took a picture
Yeah.
of him looking at her. And it was very special. And we're just getting ready. I have to
Hmm.
start nesting and stuff, but yeah.
You
I
know,
mean, there's nothing to prepare. Honestly, with Hui, I was just like, I gotta do this and that. But now I'm like,
uh-huh.
you know what? I have my
Yeah.
boobies, and I just gotta get some diapers, so we're good.
Dude, the second time around it's gonna be different. You're gonna
Honestly, the first I do remember, Janice, like I didn't eat sushi, I didn't eat like deli meat,
you didn't eat beer
coffee,
battered fries.
anything with alcohol, a hint of alcohol, nothing.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, I didn't even drink like what is it, milk tea because of
Mm-hmm.
caffeine with Hui.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
This time around in Arizona, I had sushi of all
Oh
places.
wow. That is pretty crazy,
I had
It's the
sushi.
swag. It's the second
Yeah.
year. And I feel like people can't really tell just based on looking at this little square.
Yeah.
Can you show us
Yes.
the progress? Oh my days. Oh, dude, holy crap.
I'm huge,
Round.
dude.
Rotund. Holy crap. It's super 빵빵해.
I'm getting to the point where it's like I'm heavy breathing when I'm just staying still. So
Oh my gosh.
that's what I was up to, guys. Just family time.
Yep.
And then finally just settling down back here. But how about
Yeah.
you, Janice? How have you been? I
I've been
mean,
good.
I cried so many times watching your reel.
Yeah, that reel got me.
Dude.
But actually, going back on names, I just remembered. Can we just stay on the name? Because I really love the name you, right?
Uh-huh.
You talked about how your name came up. But actually my name
Uh-huh.
was they paid to get my name.
Uh-huh.
Like
Oh yeah, from
yeah.
like a not a shaman,
Like a
but like a
like a person who takes your birthday and like
what is that called again in Korean?
crunches some numbers. They call it's a science, they say. Yeah.
What is it called? 왜 갑자기 생각이 안 나지?
I don't even know what it's called. But that's how I got my name.
사주.
It's not quite 사주.
Oh.
I don't know what it's called, but my grandma's always like 과학이야, like it's a science. Don't worry about it. They named me first. It was 하지현.
Oh.
My legal name is 하지현.
지현.
So I have some birth certificates that have 지현 on it. But then apparently I cried so much, and so my mom went back and got me renamed. Or was it? I think they named me 하지현, and then they took me to a place and they're like, "Oh, you should rename her. And if you rename her, like she should probably stop crying." And so that's how I became 하지원. I don't know if it actually worked, but
that's hilarious.
That's when my parents weren't Christian.
Yeah.
And they just trusted my dad's mom, my 친할머니, who's very superstitious. I think my mom is pretty superstitious too, though.
Yeah.
So
I mean, even for your wedding day, like they said you need to marry a certain weekend, like a specific date, and they paid for that service, for that fortune or like that science to let you know which date is best.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I'm like, "Harmony, why are you spending money on this? I believe in God and His timing." And she's like, this is a science. Just believe it. It's like people have done this for generations. Just listen.
Yeah.
We ended up not getting married on that date, and we're still very happily married. Another thing my grandma paid for is like how many babies we're gonna get. Apparently, there's 3 in our future.
Uh-huh.
I said, Harmony, we have 2 embryos. She's
Uh-huh.
like, yes, but it can happen also naturally. I'm like,
It's
okay,
true. Yeah.
you know.
Didn't she say like
But anyways,
October of this year is like the date that you guys are like?
it passed. It's long gone. There's no.
Oh, okay, okay.
It was like last year.
Oh,
But
you
anyways,
gotta
I'm
you gotta
doing.
spread the gospel to your grandparents.
I know. I was like, I literally told her, I was like, Harmony, if there, if there's only, if there's like, if that lady, she said 3 babies, right? If that doesn't happen, then promise me you'll come to church with me. I told her
Uh-huh.
that, right?
Uh-huh.
And she's like, oh, like these days I can't move. And I was like, okay, well then promise me you won't pay for that stuff anymore. She's like, it's a
Yeah.
science.
It's science.
It's science.
Nacho Libre. Tell her, if anything, tell her, hi, money. Try praying to God for,
Oh, I
just
haven't
try
said
it.
that. Okay,
Just
I love that.
try.
I love that.
She doesn't have to go to church, but just reach out to God and say,
Yeah.
because she wants what's best for you. So
That's true.
ask her
That's
to pray
deep.
for you. Ask her to
Okay,
pray for you,
okay.
and maybe God will listen to her prayers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I definitely try that. But
Yeah.
I've been good, spending time with my grandparents for the most part. Got a haircut.
Do you like your haircut?
I like it. I like
Okay,
it.
okay.
But sometimes it looks like a mullet, like right now, which I kind of like too. It looks kind of
It's
cool.
like hip.
But then sometimes when I put my bangs down, right?
Yeah, yeah.
It is like the our middle school, high school day wolf
Yeah.
cut style. So sometimes it seems a little like 촌스러워, like tacky.
No, it doesn't.
But overall, I like it. It's light. I could just shower and I come out and it just looks like this.
Yeah, it looks nice. I like it.
Thank
And
you.
the reason you got it is because, like, you thought it looked a little sparse on top
Yes,
of your hair.
I'm balding in the front. It's really sad. I used to
And
have
it
so
does
much hair.
it does give you the effect of like kind of like
Yeah.
there's fullness in the front.
Like, you see this? This is crazy. So,
you know what you have
these
to
things, I
get,
think-
Janice? I heard
What?
Nutrafol is very helpful.
Oh, I
NUTRI
heard about that too.
FOL. I heard that's really
It's like a supplement, right?
Yes, I heard it helps you with your hair growth.
I saw that.
I am thinking of like getting it after I give birth because
Uh-huh.
your hair falls out a lot
Yeah.
postpartum. So
Mhm.
maybe I'll give you guys an update after I try it.
Okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
I saw Michelle Choi advertising about it,
Oh,
and it looks like it works. So I will try that actually.
all right.
I'm trying to also see if I can get a free hair scalp treatment in Korea. I've been just reaching out to a bunch of people.
Ooh. Yeah,
So
I got a
We'll
scalp
see.
treatment that you guys got me for my birthday. I finally used it.
it was for her
Like-
birthday, guys, and it's like a long time ago.
It was like a
Last
year
September,
ago. Yeah.
and she finally used the coupon.
I have one more left, so I feel like I'm gonna use that after, I settle down a bit with baby,
Mhm.
and maybe I'll take my mom, and then
Mhm.
we'll get a scalp treatment. But it was really nice. Like they give you a massage along with the scalp treatment,
Yeah.
and then they dry your hair after. But it was nice. It was really nice. So thank you guys.
Yeah, this is. I mean, we're now deep into our 30s. Losing hair is, I didn't know was going to be on my bingo card, as they say. But here we are.
Here we are, and
Uh-huh.
and just recovering from sickness and tiredness is just taking so much longer.
Yeah.
I feel like.
I
Do
mean,
you
you're
feel that
pregnant.
way?
I personally actually don't. I feel like I haven't gotten really sick that often.
That's true.
But
You're
you
very
are
healthy.
you're carrying another human being in your body.
You know
so
what's so
I'm
funny
sure.
though? My sister, who is 8 years older, she
Mhm.
looked at me because we all got sick from this Arizona trip,
Mhm.
and then I was really sick. But then I can't take any medication, so I just
Mhm.
took Tylenol for
Yeah.
one day, just to try to get over that one day of when I was really sick.
Mhm.
And then today, my sister came over and she was like, "Hey, you look so much better." And I was like, "Oh yeah, I feel a lot better. I'm still
Uh-huh.
congested and stuff." And she's like, "Oh, 역시, because you're so
Because
young."
you're young.
Yeah. because she's 8 years older than us, and like
Yeah,
when
yeah,
she
yeah.
sees us, she's like, "Oh, you guys are so young,"
Yeah.
and she's like, "You recover faster because you're younger." I'm like, really? I feel like I've been like sick so many times, and like,
Yeah.
yeah, this is like my fifth time being sick, and
It's
this
like
just,
mixed. Like I'll go to
yeah,
the doctor, right, the IVF clinic,
uh
and then
huh,
the doctor will be like, "Oh, you're still young, so
yeah,
that's why you were able to, and that's when I feel really good. It's like, wow, I
yeah,
didn't realize I was so young. I'll talk to my mom, and she's like, "Oh, 이제 너도 늙었어. You're old now too."
yeah, yeah,
Like
yeah,
before, she used to like deny, like if I said, "Oh, like Oma, like I'm losing hair, and like I'm so
yeah,
old, I'm so wrinkly now. What should I do?" She'd be like, "You're fine, you're fine."
yeah.
But these days she'll be silent. She'll be like,
그래,
"You want
너도 이제,
Botox? Yeah. You want Botox? I'll take you to Botox. 이제, you
yeah,
have to take care of yourself. You're old
yeah.
now." I'm like, what?
It's true. We have to take care of ourselves. But yeah, but I told her, I was like, I just had a Tylenol, and then that's how I
Hmm.
버텼어. And she's like, 역시 youth, you're still youthful. I was like, really? I don't feel like that. And she's like, 잘 자야. You have to sleep well and eat well to be
Hmm.
healthy like you. I was like, 언니, I don't sleep well. I was like,
Yeah.
you probably sleep better than me. And she's like, okay, then eat well. I was like, now you're just dissing me, saying I'm fat. But yeah.
Wait, but you haven't been sleeping well?
Well, in Arizona,
Hmm.
I slept on the same bed with Hui.
Hmm. Is it
It
because
was
he moves around a lot?
he moves around constantly, and he like
Mm-hmm.
kicks me. He like wakes up and like
Like freaks out of nowhere?
yeah, freaks out of nowhere and then goes back to sleep. He like
That's
climbs on
funny.
top of me.
Oh
But
my
last night
gosh.
I slept well because he was in his crib.
Mm.
So
I will say, I think sleep is so important. That's another thing I think I realized in my 30s.
uh-huh.
I prioritize sleep a lot.
Yeah.
And especially, working these crazy hours
I
in
know.
Korea, I realize I'm feeling it on my body. And like on
Oh.
weekdays, on weekends, I'll sleep like 10 hours and I'll wake up and my skin's like glowing and my mood's better.
Oh yeah.
It makes a huge difference.
Dude, so what time have you been waking up these days?
It's been miserable. Don't ask. Yeah, so
Oh.
for people who are following me and or friends saying, you're so lucky to be in just know I am awake at like usually
Like
3 a.m.
ungodly hours.
Hmm.
Yeah.
3. I woke up at 3 a.m. today, which is actually a good day. On Friday last week, I woke up at 1 and I was up until 1 to like 6. Yeah, working. So that's my life right now. I live for the weekends, but um
Wait,
it's
why
been
one?
'cause
1 a.m.
1 a.m. here is 9 a or 1
Oh, you're right. Oh, so like technically you have to start working at like
9.
1 a.m.
Yeah, I
and
should be
then
awake
end
by
at
1 a.m.
9 a.m.
Yeah. But it's okay. David's here with me, so we've been like maximizing our time during the day,
Oh,
going out and
David. I can't believe you
yeah.
went back. 진짜, what a.
So yeah, it
He
was
is the
nice. It
king
was nice.
of surprises.
I feel like it rekindled like the spice in our marriage
Okay.
for like 2 days. Not
Okay.
just like in a sexual way. There
Oh,
was no,
I
but
didn't think
like
you would explicitly say that too. But okay.
not just in a sexual way, but just emotionally. It felt
Oh,
so nice,
like 다시 honeymoon phase.
Yeah, back to the honeymoon phase. We were looking at
Yeah.
each other with, so much
Oh.
love. And then that quickly faded out after 2 days. We
He's like,
started to get
damn it.
annoyed at each other. Yeah.
Wait, so Janice, I mean, you could take this out, but you are you going in today too to check?
Yes. The update is I'm going into the hospital like every day basically to see if
Yeah,
I'm ovulating. I have to ovulate in order for us to
implant.
choose the embryo transfer date, which is
Yeah.
6 days after. So today is Tuesday, in Korea, and basically, I just have to make sure I don't ovulate today because if I ovulate today, that means the embryo transfer has to happen on Sunday. But Sundays, the hospital's freaking closed. So please pray that today I don't ovulate and I ovulate tomorrow.
So
Then I
like you do it
can,
on Monday.
Yeah, exactly.
But even if you do it today, you can't do it on Saturday?
So I would have to just do it on Saturday, but it would just be a day early, which
Uh-huh.
the doctor doesn't recommend. Like he said, it's not ideal. But what can
Why
we
does it
do?
have to I know, why does it have to be 6 days? Like what is
I have
the
no idea. I have no idea. I'm just listening to the doctor. Um. Uh. So yeah, I mean, it's like I'm not gonna wait one more. I'm not gonna extend one more month.
Yeah.
Okay, there's no way.
And why didn't he tell you all this like before? I'm
I
so
don't know.
confused. And the first time, why didn't he monitor it like this?
Exactly. These are all the questions that we have. But it's kind of like, okay, well, it is what it is.
Yeah,
이미
it's like
지나간
it is
일이니까.
out of your control. But I mean, like I said, it's like he could have been more vigilant,
Yeah,
and he knows you're from America. You came from America, right?
exactly. The
So
first
like,
time we did it, he was like, yeah, we have time to do it in the next month. What he meant was just time to take out the embryo or take out the eggs. Anyways,
it is a long
it's
journey.
it's a long journey. I mean, in the end, it's not that bad. The hospital's really close to my grandparents' place. It's one
That's
line,
good.
so we get there, and it doesn't take that long. Um, but it's the hardest part is just like the waiting.
The waiting game. Yeah.
Hmm. But
Aigo.
I'm trying not to think about it. Actually, I think I got a lot better at like not thinking about it too much.
Yeah. No.
Um,
Just
and
it is what it is.
yeah, we're
Going with the
trying to go to
flow.
Japan if we can go. I'm
Nice.
I'm trying to set up a vacation.
Yeah. Just make the most out of your
So
trip.
yeah, exactly.
Okay,
But
so the plan is when are you coming back then?
plan is to come back in June,
June, beginning of June?
like 13th.
Oh,
No, don't remind me. Don't remind
that's
me.
so far away.
Dude, but
I
you know
mean,
what's
it's so
crazy?
soon, but like also
Yeah,
kind of far away. Yeah.
yeah. You know what's crazy though? A lot of people have been visiting Korea. So
Yeah.
we have like people constantly coming to hang out and stuff like that. So
Yeah.
it's been kind of nice. Um like last week we spent all weekend with this new group of friends that we made actually. I don't know if you noticed, Jess.
Mhm. Yeah.
Basically what happened
I
was,
didn't see. Uh-huh.
yeah, like David served at church once
Uh-huh.
and he met this guy named John. Shout out to John and Emily.
Uh-huh.
Um and they just met once and then that
Uh-huh.
was it. And then on David's flight back to Korea, when he came back, he was a few seats away from John and Emily,
Oh, uh-huh.
his wife. And they were like not sure if it was the right person, but then John was wearing a Citizens sweater, so then
Oh,
that's when David's like, oh, and then that they like linked up, and
yeah.
then they're like, oh, we should hang out. And so we hung out with them
Uh-huh.
after, and like it was just supposed to be coffee, I think, but then
Yeah.
it was John, Emily, and then their friend James,
Uh-huh.
who tagged along, and we all like hit it off really well. Well,
Uh-huh.
first of all, John is like a hunter fisher
Uh-huh.
nature kind of guy, so like obviously David and John got along immediately.
Mm-hmm.
James, like we got to know more, and then he's so funny, and Emily's so sweet, and like she and I have the same like humor code and
Uh-huh.
like interests and stuff, so we got along really really well, and then we
Uh-huh.
hung out for like 3 days straight.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it was a really good time. And it was
Oh,
like it felt kind of like college cuz like when was the
yeah.
last time you like made new
New
friends?
friends, yeah.
Uh-huh. And like you know friends who like you really get along with.
Yeah.
And it's interesting cuz they're from all over they're not from LA, but
Uh-huh.
they moved to LA, so now they are very involved at our church.
Uh-huh.
But our church is so big that we didn't really know them at
I
all.
see. Yeah.
But they're from like Michigan, Maryland, and Georgia. So the
Wow.
South, actually.
Oh, they're from all over the place.
Yeah. So that was interesting too. That like there are Korean Americans like us outside of
Yeah.
SoCal.
Dude. Yeah, it's
But
kind of insane like
mhm.
cuz we only grew up in California, so it's like
Yeah.
very I don't know, like common to see like Koreans here
Hmm.
and then only like SoCal Korean
Yeah.
Americans.
Exactly. That's exactly what I mean. And even for me,
Yeah.
like in college, it was kind of a cultural shock for me to meet OC Koreans because I never went to OC in high
That's so
school,
true. Like
right?
Valley people. I've never
Uh-huh.
met Valley people. Yeah, so it was
Yeah.
just like me. I just only knew OC Koreans. But even going to Arizona, like everywhere we went,
Uh-huh.
like it's just like all white people. And then the
Oh.
one time we saw like a group of Koreans was when we went to my brother's church.
Uh-huh.
And even that was so weird to me. I was
Yeah.
like there are Korean Arizonians. You know
Uh-huh.
what I mean?
Like
Like,
outside of our bubble.
yeah, like this is so interesting that there are like Koreans living outside of California,
Yeah. Dude, that's so
like
funny that we
with a
both had the
church.
same realization this weekend.
We're so sheltered and bubbled into our,
Uh-huh.
yeah, like
Yeah.
OCLA life that we just don't realize.
Mm-hmm.
But that's cool.
Yeah, it was
I mean, it
really
was really fun.
fun. And there's something about Korea. There's like a Korea magic when you hang out with
Yeah,
people. You just
yeah.
become best friends with them.
I
Like
mean,
hanging out Hangang. Mm-hmm.
something about like traveling, and it's not like you're like, I don't know, because I feel like when you're in America, like you just like meet at one place, and then like
Mm-hmm.
it's hard to do like 2차, 3차 kind of thing. It's
Yeah.
just like dinner and then maybe dessert and then 헤어져.
Right.
Like
Mm-hmm.
Korea, like you can like go places together, like you can
Yeah.
transport together, and like
Exactly.
there's just like so much to do, so much to see, and
Mm-hmm.
like
Mm-hmm.
the 낭만,
Yeah.
the vibes of Korea. It's like
Yeah.
it's so
For sure.
nice. Yeah.
And this is a random fact, but James, Emily and John's friend that came along, he's
Uh-huh.
actually like a musician, right?
Uh-huh.
I didn't know, but then later I found out that he was the rapper in do you know that song Never Change? Long time ago, but with Sam Ock.
Oh yeah.
My love for you will never change. I will
Yeah.
never change. You know that song? He's a
Yes.
rapper in that song. His
What the
name
heck?
I know, it's crazy. He used to go by Jay Han, but we didn't know until later. And he's still a musician, like pursuing music, like really
Wow.
good friends with John, but also besties with Sam Ock. So
Whoa.
I told him, I said, James, you got to come on to our podcast with Sam. And he
Yeah.
said, yeah, for sure. He's like super chill, really funny guy. So we're gonna get him on as guest one day. Isn't that
Eh,
so funny?
Are they still in Korea? You should go to the studio and do it.
No, no, no. They left. So,
Uh
mm-hmm.
um what was I gonna say? You know Sam Ock, his
Uh-huh.
OST is in uh what is it?
Oh, Heavenly, the
Heavenly
drama.
After. Heavenly After.
He makes a lot of good, like popular OST. I think he's like well known in the OST world, the Korean drama OST
Oh,
world. Yeah,
I was watching it. Did you catch up by the way?
I did not watch it just because you said it was weird.
I said that?
Yeah, you said I don't know what's going on.
Oh, through text.
Yeah.
It's because it starts off not in heaven. It starts off like in her life
Okay.
in the beginning, and
Uh-huh.
like it's like very interesting. But I mean, I was actually watching it while I was getting my nails done, so I'm almost
Uh-huh.
caught up.
It's good. You like it?
It's kind of corny in my opinion,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
but I will say it's very different from like most Korean dramas.
Mm.
Like it's very experimental, I think.
Mm-hmm.
It kind of reminds me of you know the one with
Oh, Kristen Bell.
Kristen Bell. Yes. What is that one again?
It's
Wait,
like the
forking hell. They can't cuss.
I think it is that vibe.
I think whoever like wrote it or directed it, like
Uh-huh.
they got a lot of inspiration from that
Right.
that drama.
The
That
Good
comedy.
Place.
The Good Place. Yes, yeah. I have a feeling like they watched that and then they were like a little inspired by that because
Inspired.
like
Mm-hmm.
the vibes and like the setting and stuff kind of reminded me of The Good Place.
Yeah. Yeah.
Even like the quirkiness a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
You know,
Sonsoku is very
Mhm.
sweet in it, so
And love
I
oh,
like
yeah.
it. He's
Mhm.
very like lovable in it.
Yeah. I feel like that's kind of who he is as a person, like very bright and bubbly
Yeah,
and
yeah,
kind.
yeah.
So that's the only reason I would watch it, but
Yeah.
I don't love experimental dramas. And don't
Yeah.
get me wrong, I love the Harmony actress. She's a
Yes.
veteran. She's, but a love line between the two, a little weird. So for me, I think I'm a pass on it this time.
Really?
It's just nothing, it doesn't draw me. I feel like I would have started it if I really was
I'm
interested.
surprised. I'm
I've been
surprised.
actually watching Weak Hero.
Oh, dude, I finished it, season 2. I actually didn't watch season 1,
Uh-huh.
but Josh told me that I don't need to watch season 1 because that's like a prequel
Oh.
to like the actual webtoon, which is what season
Oh.
2 is.
Oh, okay,
Does that
okay.
make sense? Because
Yes,
Josh read
yes.
the webtoon and he said
Uh-huh.
like there are
You read the
flashbacks.
webtoon?
Why?
Sorry, it's just so funny. Uh-huh.
He said there are flashbacks in the webtoon
Mm-hmm.
to like the prequel as to like why the story is what it is,
Mm-hmm.
and
Mm-hmm.
that's what season 1 is.
Okay. I
Yeah.
just started season 1. We're on episode 4.
Oh,
And it's
okay.
good. It's good.
No, I heard it's good, and then
Mm-hmm.
I watched season 2, and I started and I was like, this is so dark and like it kind of reminds me of DP a little bit. 그런 분위기.
Oh,
You
okay.
know what I
Uh-huh.
mean? Like very like angsty and
Yeah.
like just like violent.
Yeah, yeah.
I really don't like that kind of
Mm-hmm.
vibe, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So I was
Mm-hmm.
like, oh, Josh, I really don't want to watch this. He's like, no, it's really good. And then I started watching it. I was like, oh, it's pretty fun. And it's really short, the episodes. They're
Yeah,
like
yeah,
30, 40
yeah.
minutes. And I finished it.
Wow. Yeah, I love that short. I don't know, maybe season 1 and 2 are a little bit different, but season 1, there's a little bit of cheesiness to it.
It's
A
like,
little bit
it's
corniness.
very webtoony, in my
Uh-huh,
opinion.
uh-huh, uh-huh.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah. And there was like a
Kind of
fight
like
scene.
Japanese anime 그런
Yeah.
느낌, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was a long fight scene that we were watching last night, and they just kept dropping, the curse words, right? But it was the same word.
Yeah, yeah,
SB seki, SB
yeah,
seki, SB seki.
yeah,
And
yeah.
like David was like, "All right, let's try to be a little bit more creative here."
Diverse in our
Yeah.
vernacular.
Yeah, it was the same word.
I mean,
So,
Koreans are so limited in how they can cuss. That's literally the only, like, the top cuss thing,
uh-huh.
whatever that they could do.
Yeah,
SB
that's true.
Seki.
Yeah,
Yeah.
SB seki.
But
And it's
literally,
funny
season
because
2 is the same thing. SB Seki, SB Seki.
oh,
Yeah.
okay, okay. Well, so far it's entertaining.
Yeah.
Fun fact, Park Ji-hoon, the main character,
Yes.
won Produce 101 number 2, and
Oh.
he was in the 101 group, and he was famous for 내 마음속에 찾아.
Oh, that's
So,
what I thought.
yeah, it's the same guy.
Okay, yeah, because Josh was like, dude, he used to be an idol, and like, isn't that crazy? Because like, he's so like dark and psycho
Yeah.
looking in this.
Yeah.
And I was like, he looks so familiar. And I was like, I think he's like the Chojang guy. Josh
Yeah.
didn't know what it was, but I was like, in my mind, I was like, I'm pretty sure he was like super ego, like
He
cutesy. Yeah, in Produce 101.
So, yeah,
But
this is such a
he's
different role for him.
so, yeah, like such different vibes. It's, and he did so well that like, I feel like the drama has been,
Uh-huh.
garnering a lot of attention. But I
But
really
also
like
he
the
uh-huh.
uh-huh.
Park Ji-hoon doesn't do that much acting, I feel like. It's funny
Yeah,
because
that's
so
true.
far what we've seen in season
Yeah,
1, he's just like
yeah, that's him. Yeah, yeah,
moody.
that's it. That's
Oh,
season 2
okay.
too.
It's a great role for him to be introduced
Yeah.
into the acting world.
Yeah.
But anyways, you were saying the other character?
I love the other characters too in season 2. Like you'll see, but they're all very cute and
Is there okay, season 1 there's this guy who's kind of like the second lead. He's like the charming
the one that looks like Park
fighting.
Seo-joon.
Yes, dude.
Yes.
He right? He
Yeah.
does, right?
Yeah, 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 yeah.
He like
Yeah.
made like during Park Seo-joon's like peak.
Yeah.
It reminds
Yeah.
me of him.
Yeah, yeah, but like a shorter version. And then in the second season, you know who comes out as like one of the villains or like kind of like a wild card character is the guy IU's first boyfriend in 폭삭 속았수다.
Wait. The ex idol?
Yes, the 내가 그 Beast, right?
No.
Yeah.
You kiss.
You kiss that guy.
Oh
He
my
comes out
gosh.
in the second season
Oh.
as kind of like a villainous, but also
Uh-huh.
kind of not. Like he's just like a wild card character.
Uh-huh.
And then a lot of people who read the webtoon thought he was like the best character because he's most like the webtoon character, like in terms of like visual and vibes. Like they were like, oh, he portrayed that character really well, and
Dude.
he's like cussing and he looks so scary. And I was like, oh, 연기 잘하는 것 같아. Because in 폭삭소수다, he was so sweet and kind of like lame, like kind of like a 찌질이.
Uh-huh.
But seeing him as like a different character, I was like, oh, I feel like he's gonna do a
Pop
lot
off.
more. Yeah, I think he's gonna pop off as an actor because his range is crazy. Yeah,
Okay. I'm excited for that.
yeah,
I think he's kind of on the rise. Like,
yeah,
he kind of like
yeah,
came out of nowhere, but he's
yeah,
very
yeah.
charming in that way.
I think all the characters in Tangerines kind
Uh
of
huh.
got big because the drama
Yeah.
was so successful. Yeah.
Yeah. Jess sent me Yuki's clip
You
of
kiss?
the
Oh, you kiss. I
yeah.
thought you said you kiss. 내가 그렇게
Get
만만하니.
the Yuki's
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
clip of
Interview.
the
As
Hakshi
always.
ajoshi.
As
Yeah,
always.
always watching Yuki's of the
Yeah.
Hakshi ajoshi, and that was a very touching clip as well.
Yeah. He's so sweet too. Like
Yeah.
they're all and like he's been in this industry for like 18 years or something like that.
Mm,
And he's
mhm,
just being recognized. And
mm.
did you see that part where he was like they were like, "Oh, like what season do you think you're in?" And he's like, "Oh, I think I'm in like the spring season and I don't want it to
Aw.
end." But
Aw.
he's also like so humble because he's been doing this for so long and he realizes
Yeah.
how hard it is
Mhm.
to like make
Mhm.
it. But he's like, now that I experience like going through spring, I have like the endurance and patience to like wait for another kind of spring in the
Mm.
future, when it passes.
Aw.
I thought that was so beautiful. I was like,
That is
wow,
beautiful.
to those who wait and who are humble, like they know
Mm.
how to wait again and be
Mhm.
patient and you know they're thankful for like all the blessings that they're given.
Mm. Mhm.
So I always love actors who are successful later in life because you could
Yeah.
just tell that they appreciate it and that they really savor
Mhm.
that time,
Yeah.
like Kim Sono.
Kim Sono's,
Do you know
the 변우석's.
that 변우석? Yeah. Kim Sono, that thing is 유행ing. This
Yeah, yeah. It's trending. It's so cringe. We're
I'm
talking
dying.
about the one scene, well, which actually I didn't think was cute when I was watching Tangerine.
Really? I thought it was so cute.
I didn't even remember that scene. The scene where he's like getting married to the IU
IU.
character,
Yeah.
and then he does like the my heart, and he
And
looks
then he
up.
looks up, winking, and then he smiles. but that specific
Uh-huh.
action is like
Uh-huh.
trending on TikTok,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. And you realize, okay, he did a really good job because it can be very, very cringe and like weird.
I think Hannah Sim, one of the influencers that we follow,
That one was good.
her husband tried to do it. He was like dying because she was like
Yeah.
forcing him to do it. But he did a good job. I think his name is David. He did a good
Yeah,
job.
yeah, yeah. I like the bloopers because he was like, I don't want to do this.
You should ask David to do it, Janice.
Dude, there's no way. My David, there's no way in hell he would do that. Jess, did you watch the teaser for The Summer I Turned Pretty season 3?
No, I did not.
I don't know.
Janice.
Yeah, not that it would mean anything to you, but it's a big deal.
Wait, did it just say like the poster looked like a telenovela or something?
It did?
It
It
looked
did.
so-
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And there's a reason why. Let me just break it
Oh.
down for you. Okay. It's
Okay.
Belly in the middle, like
Uh-huh.
being kissed by Jeremiah, and then
Uh-huh.
Conrad on the side looking jealously with an angry face. Turns out it's a homage to
Uh-huh.
Audrey Hepburn's movie.
Ah.
Yeah, and it's the exact same pose in the poster.
Okay.
And in Audrey Hepburn's movie, I don't know what it's called. In
Uh-huh.
that movie, the guy that's kissing her,
Uh-huh.
they're brothers. The two guys in the poster, they're brothers, just like Summer I Turned Pretty poster. Are you listening? Are you here? Are you following along?
Yes.
They're brothers as well in the Audrey
Okay.
Hepburn movie.
Uh-huh.
And the guy that she is kissing is the one she like first likes, but then at the end of the movie, she ends up with the man who's staring at them enviously. I don't want to spoil anything, but similar vibe to The Summer I Turned Pretty, which is why they copied that poster, like modernized it.
Isn't
that
Jeremy
genius?
guy? Didn't the Jeremy guy get married IRL?
Jarrett, yes, he did get married IRL. His name is Gavin Castellino. Got married. He's very young. Loves the Lord.
Uh-huh.
But it's interesting because, like, his wife, right, looks very similar to the actress who plays Belly.
Uh-huh.
They look kind of similar. And so like the comments are like, ooh, I fear he has a type. So it's very interesting, but I'm really excited. July 16th.
Season 3?
Season 3. If you have time, Jess, I know you're on your mat leave. I know you're also working for the church, so you're still busy. But if you have time, just binge it. Seasons 1 and 2. I'm so excited for you. And if you're not going to, I'll understand too. But we have to watch season 3. I mean, okay, whoever listens to Honey Jam, please raise your hand if you know what I'm saying. If you share the same sentiment, please let us know.
Yeah, please like give Janice some support, because I feel like there are quite a few.
There's a huge fan base.
Yeah. I don't know anyone that I know besides Janice, but oh yeah, Pastor Tom.
Your pastor's
Our pastor's wife.
Before we close out, though, I just want to also shout out to our fans, Jess. I know every week it's very casual, last minute thing, and we just talk about whatever the heck we want. Mm-hmm. And we're like, I wonder where this is going.
Yeah.
Right? But I look at our numbers, our Spotify numbers, very high.
Really?
Very high. I mean, for pretty high for like a neighborhood podcast where we expected only our friends to listen to.
Didn't you say like someone came up to you at the mall, like in Korea?
Yeah.
Can you talk about that a little bit? Wait, did you talk about that last episode?
No. Okay. I was approached by in 2 different instances. One time at the airport when we were coming to Korea. And then the second time was this weekend. We were waiting in line to go into this Japanese place. At a mall. Yeah, at a mall. A gigantic mall. The Jamsil Lotte World Tower. Oh, It's a huge mall. Yeah. And someone comes up to me and I'm like, oh, maybe it's a friend. Mm-hmm. And she's like, hey, like, and she talked to me like I really knew her. And I felt like I did. I was like, oh, who is this again? Like, who is this from church or something? Yeah. So I listened to Honey Jam and like, I'm a huge fan of Honey Jam. Oh, I didn't even get her name. I got her husband's name. Her husband's name is David as well. It's so cute because she came up to me. She was wearing a mask. She's like, sorry, my voice is gone. But like, I'm a huge Honey Jam fan. Like, so that's my husband. And her husband was like in the back with a stroller. And he's like, and she's like, his name is David too. And then she's like, it just seems like it feels like we're always like just like eavesdropping onto your conversation. Yeah. And then her husband was like, anytime like she's laughing, I look over and she's listening to Honey Jam. So that was really sweet. And then she has like a 7-month baby too. So she knows about like our IVF story too. So she was like, good luck, fighting. And then I was like, oh my gosh. And then they walked away. I was like, holy crap, Honey Jam's blowing up.
David was with you, so he witnessed it?
Yeah, he's like, oh my God.
Dude, wait, also, weren't there like 2...
Just high five.
Were there like 2 like teenagers who like wanted to take a picture with David too?
Yeah, that was so random too. We were at the most random restaurant. It's literally just like a restaurant by my grandparents' place. It's so random. Yeah. And then we were eating lunch with the Chewies and like speaking English and stuff like that. We were being really loud. And then I think there was a family nearby that heard us probably speaking English. And then there were these 2 boys and their mom. And I think it's the mom that's a real fan. But the 2 kids
of David.
Of David's content. The 2 kids came up to David like, excuse me, are you on Instagram? Like in English. So apparently, like turns out they're from SF, like NorCal. Yeah. And then they saw us, and then the mom was like, like the kids like watching your stuff. And then David was like he was so like taken aback because we were just, having lunch. Yeah. And then like these 2 kids out of nowhere coming,
That's crazy.
He was like sweating. He was like hot because he was so like 당황했어.
Yeah.
And also flattered, I'm sure.
You guys are celebs.
But it was really cute. And I think Dave was like, I think this is just the mom that's like follows me and the kids probably just see on the side. But I was like, that's so cute. Yeah. And then Christine Chewy was like, get a picture. And then he took a picture with them. But of all places in Korea, I mean, that just also goes to show like so many people visit Korea too, because they're all
Yeah.
like mostly
Korean
Korean
Americans.
Americans.
Dude, you
So
guys are influencers now. You gotta get used to that life.
Honey Jam, it's me and you, Jess. I'm
I
surprised.
haven't been recognized at all. Anywhere I go. But
Are you
still,
sure?
I am
In
very
OC?
no one has come up to me. I'm still very self-conscious though. Like,
Yeah.
like someone might be listening to Honey Jam, so I have to be careful.
You gotta be nice.
But I haven't had that kind of encounter yet.
I'm surprised. I feel like OC is like our main audience. Yeah.
Maybe it's because in OC is like people actually we know listen. And then you guys are traveling a lot and
yeah,
out and about.
Yeah.
But also I'm not out and about.
Yes, exactly.
If you guys recognize Honey Jam, if you guys recognize me in public, please come up to me too, because I love that stuff.
Yeah,
I love
Jess
the attention.
Will love it.
I love it, and I'll give you a big hug. Actually, no, I've had like mutual friends who I don't know, but like I've met like in like at parties or like like gatherings.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
They come up to me saying that they listen to Honey Jam, and that's always been like really like, oh really?
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah.
There you go. And I realize it's also probably because you have your normal routine, going to pick up, drop off, the same place.
I'm just in the same places all the time.
You go to the coffee shop real quick, pop in and out. If you go to a grocery store, it's just pop in and out. And then you go to parties and stuff, and that's when all the mutual friends come out and they're like, I listen to Honey Jam.
There was one, I think I said it before, but there was one person I met at church who I didn't know. And she's like, I listen to Honey Jam. But I feel like I know how David feels. It's like, it's so flattering and so encouraging. But for some reason, I feel also a little bit embarrassed too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like kind of
a little bit of embarrassment.
Like, oh, thank you. Because they kind of know your persona. Your other persona.
Yeah, and we lay out everything on this podcast.
Exactly. We're very vulnerable. We're very open. But it's all for our listeners. And thank you guys. Again, every time I do this and I just see ourselves on the screen, I feel like we're just talking to each other. And maybe like a couple of friends will pop in and listen here and there. But it's crazy to know that a lot of you guys out there all over the world, you guys are listening to us and enjoying us. So thank you guys. And I feel like we talk about the same thing every week.
We really do. You know what our number one episode right now is, right now?
What?
Our number one episode is the episode where we talk about Kim Soo-yeon.
Oh, you guys like that tea.
Yeah, they love the tea. They love the hot goss.
Yeah.
And number 2 is with our husbands. Isn't that crazy?
Oh.
The most recent one with Josh and David.
That was a good episode.
Yeah, thank you guys always for listening. And, we'll keep bringing the normal day-to-day conversations here on the pod.
I have 6 more weeks until I have my baby, guys. So please send good vibes. And we will try to have like a routine thing going on. You know what? I'm okay, stepping out for a week too, because David is with you and you have the studio. So if you guys enjoy listening to David and Janice, I have no problem having breaks here and there too.
No problem.
So,
as a sub.
And it just looks nicer too, like being in person, and like the quality of that video is like so nice. That studio looks so nice. I wish I was there.
I know. We will bring back in-person live sessions when I'm back home.
Yes.
Whether
and you know
it's
what,
in your
Janice?
living room.
Yeah. Even when I have the baby, you could just come over, see the baby, and we could just honey jam with the baby on my boob,
Oh, that was the plan.
Oh, that was? Okay, great. Thanks for being so considerate.
Just kidding.
I'd never do that. And maybe we can have my mom as a guest too.
Dude, that'd be so
You know
cool.
what's so funny? My mom is kind of down. She's like, like 언니도, she did it in Korean.
Oh my god. That'd be awesome, Jess.
My mom is a very interesting person, so I feel like that'd
honestly,
be really fun
you could do a one-on-one session with her, and then I'll just put it up on Honey Jam too. That'd be cool.
Maybe.
Please consider while your mom is there.
Why don't you do it with your grandparents? For 어버이날.
My grandpa will just go on and on about history, and I'm like, 할아버지.
Please send all of us good vibes. We need it.
Yes.
And let's just all be kind and considerate to each other, because we need more
Where's that
kindness
coming from?
in the world. What?
Where's that coming from?
What do you mean?
Was someone mean to you?
No, I just thought you're such a kind person, Janice, and you make everyone happy. So that makes
Aw.
me want to be a kind person too.
Well, you already are a kind person, Jesse.
I'm not.
Whenever I see
I'm evil.
you, I always want to become a kind person too.
You know what? We are really nice people, Janice. Let's just end with that.
We're pushovers. We need to be mean.
Yeah, honestly, yeah.
And with that,
that's
we'll see
all,
you guys
folks.
next week.
Bye,
You
everyone.
heard it here first.